A drone spots a target. It identifies it in 6 milliseconds. 1 millisecond later, it makes a decision. No human involved. That sequence, from spotting to deciding, used to take hours, sometimes days. Now it takes less time than it takes you to blink. This is what AI in modern warfare actually looks like. Not robots with guns, not science fiction. A system that processes information faster than any human ever could, and acts on it before a person has even finished reading the data. And it is already happening, right now, on real battlefields. To understand what AI actually does in warfare, you need to forget everything you have seen in movies. There are no Terminator robots walking through cities. No fully autonomous killing machines making their own strategic decisions. What there is something more subtle, and in many ways, more significant. Think of it this way. A military commander used to receive intelligence reports, analyze them manually, consult with staff, and then make a targeting decision. That process could take hours, and in modern warfare, hours is an eternity. AI compresses that process, not by removing the human, but by doing the slow parts instantly, so the human only has to make the final call. Here's what that looks like in practice. The US Air Force recently conducted an exercise where AI software was used to recommend targets in a high-pressure combat scenario. The AI created a command and control pipeline, performed intelligence tasks, and offered real-time recommendations to targeting teams. In plain language, instead of a human analyst staring at 100 different sensor feeds trying to figure out which ones matter, the AI does that filtering automatically. It surfaces the relevant information. It highlights the patterns. It says, here are the 3 things you need to look at right now. The human still decides, but they decide faster, with better information and with less mental exhaustion. Now here's where the numbers become remarkable. Artificial intelligence integration has already boosted drone strike accuracy from around 30% to 80%. Not because the drone itself changed, but because the targeting intelligence feeding it improved. Artificial intelligence-based targeting can now be added to a drone for as little as $25. $25 for the targeting brain of a weapon system. That number changes everything about who can build an accurate weapon and at what cost. But artificial intelligence does not just improve accuracy. It changes the entire tempo of warfare. The sequence of steps between spotting a threat and responding to it, what the military calls the kill chain, used to take minutes or hours. Every step required a human. A sensor operator spotted something. They reported it up the chain. An analyst reviewed it. A commander approved action. Now that entire sequence can happen in seconds. The drone observes, identifies, and acts, with a human only reviewing the final step. That speed is the point. And it is also the problem. When a human makes a targeting decision, there is a review process, a legal check, a proportionality assessment, a senior officer who signs off. When artificial intelligence accelerates that process to seconds, where does the review go? The current answer is that humans still make the final call. Artificial intelligence handles the preparation, the filtering, the recommendation. But a human still authorizes the strike. The question nobody can fully answer yet is how much that human actually understands about what the artificial intelligence recommended, and why, in the few seconds they have to decide. There is one more dimension to this that changes everything. If AI can identify a target through camouflage, through electronic silence, through every traditional method of concealment, then the fundamental assumptions military tactics have been built on for centuries start to break down. You hide. AI finds you anyway. You go silent. AI tracks your last known position and predicts where you went. You use decoys. AI cross-references multiple sensor types simultaneously and identifies which one is real. The countermeasures designed for a world where humans were doing the searching were not built for a system that processes millions of data points per second. AI in warfare is not coming. It is here. It is already changing how fast decisions get made, how accurate weapons are, and how much information commanders have in real time. But it is not the AI of science fiction. It is something more mundane, and in some ways more unsettling. A tool that makes existing weapons faster, more accurate, and harder to evade. The human is still there, still making the final call, still responsible. But the human is working with information that AI selected and filtered, acting on a timeline that AI compressed, choosing between options that AI generated. How much of that decision is really theirs? That question does not have a clean answer yet, and the people building these systems would be the first to admit it.